Today, I take a break from movies for a little bit, with the first series I'll cover. For order's sake, I'll create a playlist for each separate series I talk about. I am, however, not sure what I'll call the playlist for this particular series, but for now, you know the drill. I'll go and watch it first, then come back here. Next week, I'll be covering the second episode, so hopefully by then, you'll have watched it and we can move along together. Let's head into it. When temperatures on Earth rise to extremes, the great thinkers look for a way to fix the situation. This, however, doesn't go as planned, as the attempt actually freezes the Earth over. Mr. Wilford, who foresaw this, built a train, a great arc train. But this train was reserved for the rich, only they got tickets, even though they're the ones that sort of caused all of this. Moments before the train is about to lift off, the survivors, the last remaining survivors on planet Earth, invade the train. This is Snowpiercer. Around and around the Earth we circle. We can never stop. These are our revolutions, 1001 cars long. We see Melanie, head of hospitality, performing one of her many duties on the train, the daily announcements, where she tells the passengers it's been 6 years, 9 months and 26 days since departure. We're then shown a different side of the train in the tail section, where brakemen arrive to give out rations. However, the rations have been halved once more, and it turns out that whoever's in control of the train has been sterilizing them. And because of this, the tail section, as they call it, is planning an uprising. We meet Layton. Layton, along with some other members of the tail section, are the ones who are organizing this uprising. We're then shown a different part of this train. I'm not sure what class this is, but their problems have to do with the sauna and an apparent tussle that happened in third. This shows just how much of a problem, of an issue, is present on this train. To calm the situation in the high classes, they head back to the tail section. There, they issue a removal request. It's a removal request for Layton. There's been a murder in third, and this upsets the so-called balance on the train. Going up the train, they take him to third. They give him a bath and then give him food, something he's been deprived of for quite some time now. This is all a bid to try and bribe him to perform an investigation on the murder. Because Andre, back when the world was okay, was a homicide detective. They tell him that a murder happened some time ago, and they apprehended the person they thought was responsible. But now it having happened again, it means they got the wrong person. They take Layton to the drawers, sort of like a prison, a cryostasis, where they put the person that they apprehended. But now they have to throw them out because they're not guilty. Afterwards, they take him to another section of the train. They have Zara as one of the suspects. Zara is someone Layton had some history with. And there's a lot of tension here. Annoyed, Layton heads back to Melanie. He's like, he notices, as a detective, he notices already that there's a lot they're not telling. There's a lot more going on. Back in third, it's Yvonne's birthday, old Yvonne's birthday. And he asks just to be alone for an hour. While he's alone, he hangs himself. This elevates the tension within third, because with Andre gone and Yvonne gone, they have no choice. They have to go on with uprising, with the revolt. As Yvonne's body is going to be removed, they hide one of themselves under the top. It's supposed to be his body. And when the brakemen arrive, they attack them and hold them hostage. This sounds alarms all throughout the train, and Melanie, hearing this, rushes down. Layton, hearing this, asks what's happening. He tells them, no, stop. Let me handle this. These are my people. I can calm them down. He's allowed to go down to third. He diffuses the situation. But just before he leaves, he tells his friends, no, we need you up the train in the drawers, waiting for when we take the train. He agrees to conduct the investigation now that his people are higher up in the train. The entire concept of this train, of this Snowpiercer, this perpetual engine that shall continue moving until I don't know when, with its passengers divided by classes, is a bad idea. Something is bound to go wrong when things are set up like this. With the commotion diffused and the chaos averted, it's knock-off time, and we see Melanie taking off her work clothes and putting on something more comfortable. She heads to what looks like a command station. There, Ben is seated. He stands up and she takes a seat, and then he says,
You have the train, Mr. Wilford.